everybody. I hope you had a great weekend, and I hope you had a great Easter if Easter is something you celebrate, and if not, I hope you had a good weekend staying home, staying safe, washing your hands, everything we've already known. So I think we've been quarantined for like a month, which is pretty interesting time. I want to tell you about something that I did when I was like 11 or 12-ish. I think I was in 7th grade when it happened. The way I remember it is that I always used to play golf, shocker, and I would play on a golf course that was really, really busy, and so I was always waiting on people because the people that were always in front of me would never let kids play through. They didn't have good pace of play management back then, and something I did while I waited was I learned how to juggle. So I would sit on the golf course, I was waiting for the people to go, and I learned how to juggle. What I didn't realize is that learning how to juggle is something that really, really helped me in my golf career from a distance control standpoint, from a hand-eye coordination. I didn't learn how to do it because of those reasons. I learned how to do it because I was bored and I thought it was cool at the same time. But I didn't realize how much it was going to help me in my golf career. So this week's challenge is I really want to teach you how to juggle. And you're not going to learn in a day. It probably took me a full 2 weeks to really start to get it, but I want to show you the way that I learned. I have oranges. Step 1, you don't even use 3. You start with 2, okay? You start with 2 in one hand, and you're going to kind of hold them out like this. One out here, one out here. You're going to kind of hold this one tight, and you're going to throw one up while still having the other one in your hand, okay? You're just going to learn to do that. Believe it or not, this is harder than it looks, okay? Being able to throw it, you're only throwing one, throw it up, and catch it without letting anything happen. The kicker of what you're trying to do is you're watching, and I think you can kind of see this picture behind me, but if my lime gets to the top of the picture frame, right when my lime isn't going to go any higher, I now am going to throw this one up so that when my lime is kind of dangling in the air here, I'm going to throw the next ball so that they cross and I'll catch them, okay? And then I'll throw the next ball. So they're always kind of crossing in the air like this, okay? You don't want to go different heights, like you don't want one to go high and one to go low. You want to learn how to just throw all of them the exact same height, okay? Throwing them the exact same height is what I would call step 1. It's just learning to do this. Step 1, you've mastered step 1, how to throw them all the same exact height, okay? Here we go, step 2. I showed you how to hold them at first. I still have my third one. I'm not going to use my third one yet. Now we're actually going to incorporate the other one. So it gets to the top, and we're just now going to learn how to do this. See how they're all the same height? Look at, kind of pay attention at the bottom, how I'm going around, okay? You can also go this way. Whoops. keep some on handy. But you can also go this way, but I think this way is easier. I think, but it can be your preference, whichever one you like. So you see how I'm just going around and around and around and around and around and around and around, and they're all going roughly, the same exact height. This is step 2. This will take you a long time to get this, okay? This is going to take you a long time, but this is step 2 right here. If you don't get to step 3 for a week, I commend you for hanging in there and accepting this challenge. This will be one of the coolest things you learn how to do. Step 3, maybe a week has gone by. I'm not kidding, maybe a whole week has gone by and you're ready to start step 3. So I want you to pay attention to my eyes on step 3. Notice that I'm always looking right up here. I'm looking at the peak of where my ball's going to hit its peak, so that I know where it's going to drop. I'm never going to look at my hands. I never actually look at my hands. I know where my hands are, okay? So I can feel where my hands are without looking. So you don't ever have to follow the ball down into your hands. What you have to do is you have to keep your eyes, you're going to kind of keep your eyes on this line, and it's going to look like a tennis match. My eyes are going to go back this way. My eyes are going to be going back and forth like a tennis match. Step 3, welcome to 3 balls. This is going to get a lot harder, but if you've truly been working on this, and if today you get this on whatever, Wednesday, and it's now Saturday and you're finally looking at step 3, I'm really proud of you because we have the time to do this. So we might as well do it, okay? Here we go. 2 and 1. This is step 3. All you're going to do for step 3 is just one move. You're going to throw, so if you can pretend this is a big square right here, probably a little higher, a big square. I'm now trying to throw my ball into this corner and letting it drop, and into this corner and letting it drop, and into this corner and letting it drop. That's all you're doing, is you're going into the corner of the square. So I'm going to do step 3. I'm going to go here, I'm going to throw it to here. As it peaks over here, I'm going to throw this one to this corner over here, my imaginary corners. Ready? 1, 2. Try it again. 1, 2. Try it again. 1, 2. 1, 2. Step 4. Are we finally to step 4? It's finally time to do it. So I want to show you a little something as you're learning this. So I'm juggling with limes right now. I have a whole bowl of limes next to me. So whatever you decide to use, ideally not golf balls because they're just a little too heavy and they're not perfect to use. But if you can use oranges, if you can use tennis balls, if you can use a racket ball, if you can use any kind of ball that's not going to break something, by the way, because the goal of this is not to break anything. But here we go. Everything we've learned, you're going to watch my eyes go back and forth. You're going to watch those corners that we're shooting for. And here we go. Ready? So as we do this, I want you to kind of think about those corners. See how I'm hitting my corners? Okay. As you get better and better and better and better, count out how many catches you can get. When I first started, I could get maybe 10 catches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then as I got really good, I didn't have to look anymore. I could look right at the camera. See how I'm looking at the camera now? So I didn't even have to watch. Now I'm going back up. You can see my eyes. Okay? This is step 4. And this, by the time you get to step 4, I have to believe 2 weeks have passed. Okay? This is it. Really watch my eyes going back and forth. See how I hit those corners. See how my ball doesn't go way too high, or I don't have one going really low. Okay, so I'm not moving my feet, so I'm really stationary. I'm not moving anywhere. Okay, I never look down. I'm never looking at my hands. Okay, here it is. Let's say you already knew how to juggle before this whole challenge began, okay? Or let's say you've mastered juggling and you're ready to throw in some tricks, and just doing it the regular way is now too easy, which that will take you a long time. But let's just pretend that you already knew how to juggle and you want to learn how to do some tricks. So I have 2 orange ones, 2 oranges, and 1 lime, 1 green one. I'm only differentiating it so that you can follow the green one easier. That's the only reason I'm differentiating. I'd like to use a tennis ball, but I don't think I have one in the house. Anyways, start watching and keep an eye on the green one. Again, you're noting that my eyes are always up high. I never look down. They all go the same height. I'm not moving around. Okay, this one's called Over the Rainbow. And that's when you take the green one and keep it up over the top of the other 2. Remember, I have that whole bowl of limes next to me. So once I drop one, I try not to move a whole lot, and I'm just ready to go again. Okay, here we go. Over the rainbow. Okay, that's over the rainbow. Right there. Okay, we can also send all of them this way. So you see how I'm just kind of tossing a little one? Okay, and then I can go the other way. Okay, here we go, other way. This way. Okay. And you can also go all of them. Go all of them this way. So this is called a backwards juggle, where our hands are going the opposite way. Okay. Here we go. This one we're going to keep the line right in the middle. So I'll throw one. This one's actually really easy. It looks harder. All you do with your left hand is just throw it, and the right hand, see that one? So the line stays right in the middle, the green one. But look at what I'm doing with my left hand. Really nothing. I'm just timing it. I'm only responsible for really one ball, really. Okay. You can also do cross. Okay. This one of my faves, behind the back. Oop, just kidding. Behind the back. Behind the back. Okay. That one's a fun one. I think there's one, I can't remember what this one is. Here we go. I'm going to try under the arm, under. I can't do that one, so I've got work to do. But I hope you liked it. I really, really hope you take at least some time to try it. It has been something I have never regretted learning how to do. And I learned how to do it when I was like in the par level, like right around that 11, 12 years old. You can hear me, I'm out of breath. It's like considered exercise. So I hope you try it. If you accept this challenge, send us your videos. I wish I could send you my blooper reel because of how many times I, threw one too far or whatever, but I hope you liked it.